Well, Felicia has 70th birthday party Friday night. The birthday party Saturday and coming back. And that's all the travel.
I'll be in out of Chicago.
Yes, but we're driving
Oh, are you sure?
this Friday.
You'll probably say thank you.
Probably, actually.
Okay, how many, we got everybody? It's 6:50 and I'll call the water and waste, wait a minute. No, Streets and Sanitation meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is to discuss the bid for the animal control masonry project.
Yes, this project is essentially to block in our animal control facility in the back. It currently is not blocked in at all. This is kind of phase one of a two-phase project to get that blocked in and climate controlled for the dogs that are housed up there. Came in 10,000 over budget, but we were able to save money in different areas along the way to pay for it.
When will they be able to start on that?
Start on it. They're hopefully supposed to get done in 3 months, is projected to get done. So we made it a priority to go to the right side that houses the most dogs and work our way to the left side that houses the least amount of dogs.
And so the county didn't pay for any of this, did they?
No, this is us.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Hear a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I guess we can move. The motion carries. Let's move on to discuss the bid for the brush yard waste disposal.
Yeah, we received 3 bids for all the brush that we pick up. We typically chip it, transport it, or really just any way we can dispose of it off-site that we can do. Big Woody's Tree Service was our lowest bid, and we've worked with them before in the past in terms of disposing of our brush, so recommend to accept their bid.
What was it for? Let me get down here. What was the amount?
The amount was $24 per ton and $4,000 every trip they have to take.
That was confusing to me how that worked, because on their total price, they would give a price of like their cost to set up, and then a price per ton. But then and it's like they would add the cost per ton onto that. And theirs is $4,048 and not $4,024. I was just unclear how that worked.
So my understanding is that they will, every time they have to transport it, it's $4,048. So there's another expense on there on that bid. I don't have it. But yeah, it's $4,000 per mobilization, and then $24 per ton, and there's another $24 per ton. I think it's $24 per ton to chip it, and then another $24 per ton to transport it, and then they charge $4,000 mobilization to get it out of there.
So it's $48 a ton total.
Yes. Which is still cheaper than the other two.
And is that what we've paid in the past, roughly?
I'm not sure what we've paid in the past, but they were the lowest bid. I haven't seen documentation of past bids.
And they've done it before for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Have a motion to approve?
A second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, so now we're ready for. I hate this part. Okay. To discuss the bid for the Bobby Ray Wetland Park construction.
Yeah, we got 3 bids on that. I recommend accepting the bid from Brindley & Sons, totaling $1,076,000. We will reduce the amount of concrete work by almost $750,000. I don't think we need really the concrete work. It's not going to help the drainage or the stormwater area out there. So by reducing that, we should still be able to help the stormwater issue with the planting and the grade work and things like that. And that'll give us actually below the 418 number.
Are they, is the contractor willing to drop that off?
Yeah, in fact, their subcontractor that they use is currently doing the Potter Lane Park, and they've been very great to deal with in terms of, you know, dropping the price, making changes to help lower everything. So I believe so, yes.
So where are we in that, except just roughly, where are we? Are we ready for that?
Yes, absolutely, we are.
Great.
I mean, I guess by the time it goes to the full board, we'll have this straightened out, but I mean, like right now, we're recommending spending $1 million if it's the way it's written, but did,
Yeah, that will change.
so when we go to the
Oh,
It's
without
similar-
committee,
It was similar to Potter Lane. Potter Lane was over, and then we did a change order to get rid of some of the items on there.
yeah,
And it brought us down.
Right.
I figure.
I just,
yeah.
We've done similar things with the
Okay.
water department as far as approving X and then it ends up being Y after it's value engineered.
But we're not at any risk of having to pay that amount?
No.
Okay. 3/4 of that's going down.
Yeah, it is going away.
Great.
And that entire project is paid for by a grant.
Yep, absolutely.
Sounds good to me. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to discuss the acceptance of a statewide contract for a Chevrolet 3500 one-ton cab chassis truck.
Yeah. So this is for urban forestry, actually. And their truck is very old. It's not, we've had to replace the engine on it and the transmission. Doesn't run well at all, and it hasn't for a number of years. So included in our budget this year was this truck, it has a dump bed on it and everything. We're actually using the statewide contract, saving almost $11,000 by using that. And that money will go back to the general fund.
make a motion to recommend it.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. And for the final item, discuss the creation of the Linda McGee Spray and Neuter Assistance Program.
Yes, so we got a grant this past summer to help Warren County citizens, not just citizens in McMinnville, with spay and neuter, those that needed the low income or indigent or elderly. And we thought it prudent to name it after Linda McGee, who worked here and passed away. She loved dogs, loved cats, so we thought it would be a nice way to memorialize her, memorialize her here. So it's $1,100, pretty much. We'll give a voucher out, someone will go out, they'll get their animal spay or neuter, we'll send it into the state, they'll give us the money back. Hoping to get 10 to 15 cats or dogs, spay or neuter with it. It's not just relegated to McMinnville citizens, it's going to be up for all of Warren County.
That's good. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second it.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There's no further work to come before this committee. It's adjourned.
It's past 6:55, but I'll call the Water and Wastewater Committee to order.
We just need to talk buying more meters. Last winter, we started having a lot of these batteries that's in the meter heads. They're starting, the colder weathers, they're dying, and we're having to replace them. And so when we have to replace them. We can read them manually, but the AMRs just won't pick up when the batteries die. So they had 590 meters on the pallet. And so what I would like to get is permission to purchase those 590 at $215 per meter. So $126,850, and those meters are budgeted, so.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very
There
much.
is no other business. We will call this meeting over.
At 7 o'clock, we'll call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the McMinnville City Board of Mayor and Aldermen. First item on the agenda is roll call.
Sally Brock,
Present.
Deidre Dunlap. Present. Steve Harvey.
Here.
Rachel Kirby.
Here.
Carrie Morton.
Here.
Carrie Youngblood.
Here.
Mayor Chastain.
Present. Item 2 is the consent agenda that includes the minutes from the November 14th regular session. If there are no questions or discussion regarding items B, C, or D, or additions, corrections, or deletions from the minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as read.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Deidre Dunlap.
Second.
Second by the whole left side. Ms. Carrie Morton. Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 3 is recognition of visitors. Item 3A is Sheila Fan. Come on up.
I just wanted to come by tonight and really say thank you, because we are expanding at Prosperity Point, and we would not have Prosperity Point if it was not for you guys believing in us and this grassroots movement called home. And so this new expansion will actually double our beds there. And so we just want to say thank you. I've got just a couple of things. You know, in 2021, you guys donated this land to us, and we built something that was fairly unique to our area. We caught a little, little flack here and there, like, what are you guys doing? But we did it, and it's made great impact, and our program is proving itself in the lives of those we serve. This is only Prosperity Point numbers. This is not the street, this is not the Haven, which is our women and children's shelter. But I thought I'd share these numbers with you. This is what we compiled. It was earlier in the year. And just to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing these last few years. Here we go. Do that. So, in 2021, you guys donated the land, and then we began our construction in the fall, and our first residents moved in May of 2022. And by the summer of 2023, our second phase of 4 homes was completed. And now we are in our third phase. And we bought a modular home from Unity Hospital. And it has 4 bedrooms in it. And it was only used for an office. It came with the heating and air and everything. I just felt like the sky from heaven opened up and gave us this, because it will double our capacity. So we are really, really close. TCAT is supposed to be there tomorrow to finish up. They've been a great community partner with us. They are going to finish up our electric tomorrow, and then we don't like a whole lot, and then our beds will be open. So we're excited. Our next phase will be after this, when this is done, which we're hoping maybe really done by the middle of January. But we can move people in before that. But the next phase will be our 4-bed emergency shelter, just for emergencies. And because this is transitional living, what we're opening up, this second phase. So, and this data was compiled from earlier in the year, and I just thought you guys might want it. Again, this is just Prosperity Point, because the Haven data, when you start skewing in that, because it's transitional and shelter, the data really gets different. I just wanting to show you this because this was your donation to us and belief in this project for our community. So, but the previous living conditions, the largest majority of those we've served there at Prosperity Point was living outside. Recovery court to sober living, providing that, somewhere between 15 and 20%. And then living in a vehicle, was next. And the rest was just kind of a mixture, and you can look over that. Then the demographics from that was, I think I'll give you the wrong thing. Oh, no. This was what the employment, this is something we were really excited about. The employment success rate of the workforce was over 80%.
That's great.
So we're much about being productive and working. If you can't work, you can volunteer. So, and then I'll just jump down here if you guys got any questions. But there was another one, to exited to permanent housing. That was like 61 to 62%. When I took these numbers to heart at the continuum of care, they were like, because I was embarrassed, I was like, we are really failing, And they were like, that's great. So I guess we just didn't know really what to compare it to. There's not a lot of others around us like this, but we do believe in our program. We believe in our method. We've worked hard, and I feel like that's one thing I really fail in, is getting out things like this to say what we're doing. Usually we're too busy, but anyway, so does anybody have any questions about any? Oh, one more thing I want to say. Of the data, because we keep the data of we try to get everybody we serve. I'm not saying we do, but we try to get everyone. 84% has been this way every year since inception. 84% is either from here or has long-term ties. The Haven, right now, we have empty beds at Haven. But a month ago, we didn't. We had 15 women, 2 children. Today, we have 10 women, 2 children. So with this new expansion, our bed reach will be 30-something and then 2 or 3 children along with that. So we're really excited. So anyway, do y'all have any questions for me?
I appreciate you bringing this information to us. This is really, to me, it's exciting when you see the workforce and they exit out to permanent housing.
Yes.
And, I think it's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're much believers in work,
Yes.
We work.
Giving them a hand.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Let them know.
I would be interested in the statistic that I know that a lot of mothers especially, and fathers too, cannot get their children out of foster care because they can't afford
Yes.
home.
Yes.
So I would be interested in that statistic sometime if you have experienced that.
Oh,
Or if y'all look at that.
It's significant.
And bring that to you. Or-
Yeah, and I've really thought I've got to get out more, just because normally we're so busy and, I don't do well at this type of stuff, but I'm gonna try to do better. So anyway, I'll try to bring that, because it is a significant number.
Yeah.
The women we serve, almost, I would say 70% has children living somewhere else. So,
That's great. I'm so excited about that.
yeah, and we never turn a child away, no matter what. If we have to rent a motel room for, no matter what, no child is ever turned away from us. So, you make anything else?
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you're not on the agenda. Your letter will be considered down under discussion items at number 5, but if you wanted to address the board right
Okay.
quick.
My name's Brad Durham. I'm here representing a nonprofit called MATCH. It's Mac-Minville Action to Create Housing. We're advocates. We seek to leverage resources and help develop permanent supportive housing programs. And I'm an old guy, was born right down the street in the clinic. I have very positive memories of the Park Theater. When I was in the first grade, it was 1962, by the way. You can do the math. That's a long, long time ago. But I spent the night on a Friday night with Jimmy Phillips, and his mom drove us in the first grade over to the Park Theater and dropped us off, and we walked in and went to the movie. Different times, Tim. And in the 5th grade, I walked downtown from the house we lived in on Spring Street, which, Rob, I think you lived in, across from the church. And I walked in the 5th grade on a Saturday afternoon and watched the Beatles' movie Help. And doesn't get any better than that. So I'm here tonight to request the free use of Park Theater for a free screening of a movie called Beyond the Bridge, and a town hall meeting that will take place immediately after it. It's free to the public. We hope people come, rumble with the issue of positive solutions to homelessness, which the producers have traveled over 4,000 miles in the United States, documented positive solutions in cities, and they have appeared in 40 cities this year, have 200 requests for next year. We have a date locked in with Joe Harvey of January 22nd. And I have a lot of faith in McMinnville. I hope that we can all do something and collaborate together, like with Home and Sheila and everybody, to show some love for our unhoused neighbors here in town. Thank you.
Yeah, but we'll discuss your letter down in item 5. Any other visitors? Yes, sir.
Ral, I'm here on behalf of the Magnus Library, and I wanted to, first of all, thank you all for your continued financial support for the library. But second of all, I wanted to introduce Kim Cantrell as our incoming director. She's finishing as principal out through the semester, but will be starting very, very soon. So this is Kim Cantrell, our new director for the Magnus Library.
Look forward to working with you.
Absolutely.
Got
Thanks
big
for coming.
plans coming.
Congratulations on your new role.
Thank you. And actually, I've got permission to start next week.
Yes. All right, great.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Item 4 is petitions. There are none. Item 5 is discussion items. Item 5A is discuss reappointing Deidre Dunlap to the Board of Public Utilities. Historically, we've always typically done 2 terms for aldermanic board members. So both I and MES are requesting that the board give her another term. So I'll entertain a motion in that regard.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sally Brock.
Second.
Second by Ms. Carrie Morton. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We'll discuss item 5B and C in conjunction with one another, and that's discuss reappointing Ms. Henrietta Lusk and Ms. Jeannie McCormick back to the McMinnville Housing Authority. These are both long-term members, and their chair and executive director have asked for their reappointments back to the board. So I'll entertain a motion in that regard.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Steve Harvey.
Second.
Second by Ms. Carrie Morton. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 5D is a request from Junior Auxiliary to hold Blues and Brews at the Farmers Market on March 28th. If there's a sign-in sheet up there, we all sign in right
Yeah,
quick.
where's,
Is it on the?
no, there's nothing up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry. So we're requesting to bring Blooms and Brews back. I know it was here at one point, but we're asking, it's been given to Junior Auxiliary as another fundraiser. Obviously, we're nonprofit. We go completely off of donations, and we need another financial project. So it's going to be similar to Sip and Savor, but we're requesting to have it at the farmer's market like they did before. So
food trucks and vendors and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a big turnout for the first one they did.
yeah, we've been asked by a lot of people to bring it back, but we obviously didn't host it before, but Kevil's given it to us
Sure.
to bring back. So just more money to come back into our community for us to give out to people.
What are you doing? everything's been cleared by Community Development and Parks and Rec. I'll entertain a motion to approve Junior Auxiliaries letter.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Rachel Kirby,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Kara.
Young blood. It's okay, it's fine.
It's been a long day. Yeah. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Ms. Youngblood, I'm so sorry.
That's fine, we're just, I'm just your neighbor. It's fine.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you. Item 5E is a request from Young Men United to hold the second annual march on Martin Luther King Day on January 19th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, I'm Ella Richmond, I'm with Young Men United, and we had the march last year, our first one for Warren County. And we had a great turnout with it last year, and we requested or want to approve it to do it again, get it set together again this year. I received a letter today, and we wanted to do kind of the same route that we done last year, starting at Bernard, going to East End, Cedar Street, back around to East End, back to Bernard Drive. But I received a letter today from the school system, from some of the teachers there, which came and walked with us last year. And they wanted to ask, could it be more visible? Could we actually do it downtown and start at the lot and go to Bernard? So I'm kind of excited about that. That's really what I wanted to start with, but.
Sure. Chief Mosley, have they discussed that with you? Any issues you think with that?
I haven't spoken to them about it, but I don't think it'll be an issue. I think
Yeah.
mostly sidewalks.
Yeah.
Anyway, it should be fine.
I guess maybe the question would be, are you requesting to close any streets throughout the process?
Well, if we start here, right, at the lot here, we would just walk, it'd be a straight walk.
Okay.
And then cross Birchford to go up the hill to the center there. So that would just be a straight walk there.
On the sidewalk?
On the sidewalk, we have to, it's according to how many people that we're going to actually have. Because last year in the walk, we had 68.
Yeah.
That was just to walk, but there was 40 still left at the gym. It's either too cold to walk, or they were there ready to serve hot tea and coffee and all that.
I don't think it'd be.
Is that a Saturday?
I think you're gonna need an escort for them to
That's
cross.
what I was-
Yeah, maybe
Escort.
public
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah, you just need an escort.
Obvious coats, safety or something to help with
Yeah.
that.
And then last year, we did have a church van at the end of us, in case somebody couldn't do the walk, you know, they could get on the van and ride, so.
We don't have another meeting in December, so I think we can just go ahead and approve this contingent upon y'all working with the police department about
Okay.
the public safety
Okay.
part of that, and then we can go from there. So
I
I'll
can stay
entertain.
in contact with you if you'd like, and we can just coordinate it.
Or back and forth. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great. You know, this event, and I want to say this event to Young Men United and the Black History Museum is very important to us because, you know, our theme is, and I want to say this, our theme is for unity for Warren County. And McMillan's is a little quiet community, and we want to keep it that way, really. That's what we want. But our community is a community that has many voices. And we want every voice to be heard. You know, during the walk, I was really shocked at the people that came out last year to walk. I'm thinking, ooh, okay. But with this community, we want to stay unity in the community. So I just wanted to say that.
Sure.
So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to approve Young Men United's request.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock.
Second.
Second by Ms. Kirby. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 6 is action items. Item 6A is resolution number 2020.
Wait, should we, and we didn't talk about match at
Oh,
number 5.
we did not.
Yes.
Item 5F is a request from Match to host a film and a town hall at the Park Theater on January 22nd and that has been okay. Joe says that that's,
Like the date is available is what he's asking.
yeah. The date is available and everything?
Yeah, Joe's confirmed it.
Okay.
It is.
All right, sounds good. Well, we will, I'll entertain a motion to waive any fees about usage of the Park Theater based on nonprofit status, and lock in that date for January 22nd for match.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Steve Harvey,
Second.
second by Ms. Deidre Dunlap. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Mrs. Youngblood.
Just miss. It's okay.
Item,
Get it right.
I'm getting it all wrong tonight. Item 6A is resolution number 2025-66, a resolution of the City of McMinnville to name the new park and stormwater management area on Potter Lane, Nora Park, and to set an effective date for the resolution. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Youngblood.
Yeah.
Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sorry. Deidre Dunlap,
Yes.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby,
Yes.
Sally Brown,
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes.
Carrie Youngblood,
Yes.
and Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 6B is ordinance number 2025-24, an ordinance of the City of McMinnville to amend the annual budget and tax rate for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2025 and ending on June 30, 2026. To set the time when the ordinance becomes effective, this is the first reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Carrie Morton. Second by Mr. Steve Harvey. Sam?
In a nutshell, I'll go into more detail if you all would like, but the department heads and the city administrator and HR have done a really, really great job this year, and I want to make sure that credit is given for being creative on the personnel budgeting within the city of McMinnville and saving taxpayer dollars. As we've had a lot of retirees this year, there have been a lot of different restructures that have happened within the general fund departments, namely within community development and public works, and saved some money there. And as Steve has noted in the finance committee meeting, that compounds year over year. So I want to make sure that credit is given there. The tax dollars are being saved, and we're doing exactly what our goal was this year. In addition to that, some of our capital items that were approved in the budget this year have come in less expensive than we had planned, namely the fire department heaters, the vehicle in Parks and Recreation, the urban forestry vehicle tonight that was approved in the committee, dump truck, the PCI study, various things. Our department heads are going and negotiating with these vendors to make sure that the best price is being secured. In addition to that, we've had some grants that were secured that weren't originally budgeted for. The police department received a Safe Neighborhoods grant, which was for the Polaris and a few other things for the parks. So we needed to amend our revenue, but also amend our expenditures, which was essentially a net neutral change to the budget. We also have had to put a roof on the Public Works building on Belmont. That was a $98,000 unexpected expenditure. And after all that was said and done, we had a positive change to the fund balance by $175,000 or so. After meeting with the Finance Committee, we came up with 4 different changes that would be beneficial to efficiency in the general operating budget. So those included an open meeting software, which would help manage the agendas and minutes for all of the boards and commissions of the city, a budgeting software, which would save time and increase efficiency in the budgeting process that will start in February. There's the $15,000 animal shelter upgrades, as was discussed tonight in the committee meeting prior to the board meeting, and then facade repairs for the city hall building here. About $35,000 was added in after that finance committee meeting. So all in all, there's a positive change to the fund balance. The original proposed fund balance for June 30 of 2026 was $5,114,000. After the amendments, we still have a positive change of $201,000 to $5.3 million. So even with those unexpected expenditures being added in, we are still continuing to put money back against that deficit and against that unassigned fund balance for that rainy day. So be happy to go into any of the itemized details on the general fund budget if you have questions.
Any questions for finance?
You did a great job on all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The other two funds we need to amend before January would be the solid waste fund. They have had some unexpected repairs on their larger trucks, the garbage trucks, the front loaders, the side loaders. So if we could surplus 3 of those pieces of equipment, we could purchase 3 new pieces of equipment within that budget. There's also a piece of software there for $24,000 that would help make efficiencies on the route for the sanitation drivers. It would increase just saving on fuel, making sure our routes are structured and that the garbage is being collected timely and that we are operating at the best that we can. All in all, that change to the fund balance is a negative change of $1,074,000. We hope to bring in more revenue than expected there. So hopefully one of the trucks would bring upwards of $50,000, but we've conservatively estimated a $50,000 surplus if all 3 of those trucks are sold by public auction before June 30th. But it would be a negative change by $1,074,000 on the solid waste fund. The tourism fund, to get into detail, I would need Jordan to help out with this, but it's a net neutral change. We've secured some grants that weren't approved yet before we got the budget approved, and then the revenue would come with that. So if the expenditures weren't approved, the revenue would also need to be decreased. But overall, she's done a great job of making sure that was a net neutral change to the fund balance in tourism.
And keep in mind too that solid waste fund that would drop $1 million is not part of the general fund. With it being enterprise, it's a whole different.
Correct, that is 100% funded by sanitation user fees.
And it's also in an interest-bearing account.
Yes.
And so we make money off of that as well. So between the interest and what we get off of the garbage pickup, that's where this money comes from. I think it's important for people to really kind of understand that.
Yes, that is correct. And Ms. Morton asked me to go backwards and look. I think Mr. Harvey asked me as well during Finance Committee. The last time our fund was that low. So if we drop it $1 million today, you would be having around $500,000 in the account. So you're back to about 2018, 2019 levels. We build it up, drop it down, build it up, drop it down, and we actually haven't had this much, we've never had this much money in the bank there on the solid waste department. So I think that's a nod to the department there taking care of their equipment, but our vehicle maintenance department as well, making sure those machines are staying operating at a high capacity. But at some point, when they're running 6 days a week all day, it takes a toll on them.
And the minimum balance as a percentage is 15%, and this amendment would put us only to 16.9%.
Yes,
So
that's
we're
correct.
still within range.
Yes. We meet all of those thresholds by the comptroller's office. And of course, we wouldn't drop that balance down tomorrow. It would be over time and as those trucks become available between now and the end of the fiscal year.
But you don't foresee a rate increase anytime. We handle it without that.
Correct. With the current change to fund balance year over year, we're gaining about $250,000 each year. We are keeping a close eye on the disposal fees, where we take the garbage, and making sure that that stays in correlation with what we're charging our customers. We had a garbage rate increase a year and a half ago approximately, and that was, it has been years before then. So I don't foresee, these 3 purchases alone would not warrant a rate increase on the sanitation. And we would pay ourselves back or pay the fund back within about 5.5 years on the low end of that estimate.
Yeah, we were talking about possibly just doing one or two of the trucks that they're needing, but then we heard these numbers that you're telling us now and decided that we'd recommend all three, so that's kind of where we were at.
And that's what this is for anyway.
That is.
What it's for.
If a truck goes down, the biggest factor is if a truck goes down and our backup isn't working or operating efficiently, we're then calling in staff on the weekends because we're running one truck twice the amount of time. So that results in overtime, that results in garbage being picked up off of schedule or later, things like that, which puts a drag on staffing, but also on citizens. They're not being able to rely on that service that they're paying for.
Any further questions? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sally Brock,
Yes.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Rachel Kirby,
Yes.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes.
Carrie Youngblood,
Yes.
Mary Chastain.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank
Item-
you.
Yep. Item 7 is recognition of employees and departmental reports. If anybody has anything for the board, come on up.
I'm excited to be here tonight. I want to introduce you guys to Mr. Cody Smart. So Cody's been with us since 2021, doing electrical, plumbing, mechanical maintenance of our parks and rec department, as well as general maintenance and facility maintenance. He's shown interest in taking on a larger role. As most of you know, Mark Kale's retiring, been with us for 20 years. We're not replacing Mark, we're bringing this guy in. I'm pleased to say that Cody applied for a facility maintenance manager position. He was offered the position, he accepted it. So this position is going to oversee the maintenance of most, if not all, city facilities, grounds, and parks. It was funny, we were sitting in here before the committee meeting, and he goes, "Hey, I need to get up here and replace these ceiling tiles." Like he's got an eye for it.
Hey, we got a list going.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. So in the next few weeks, I hope that Cody's going to find time to sit with Mr. Ming and the department heads, discuss their individual departments, and create a preventative maintenance program for the city. You know, a couple things when we met on this, we talked about being efficient and getting projects done, and I think that's the goal. So I'm pleased to stand here tonight, introduce Mr. Cody Smart as our facility maintenance manager.
Thank you very much. I'm extremely grateful for this position, and I'm eager to get to work.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple of things real quick, let you know all of the bay heaters, Station 1, Station 2 have all been replaced. New ones are up and running, doing a good job, so thank you for that. The other thing is our annual breakfast at the Fire Hall, Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. We're all up, family, come down, we'll fellowship, spend some time together, have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're talking about food. The water department breakfast will be the 17th, probably around 8 o'clock. And water plant, we've got perimeter walls in the basement, either formed or poured. Come by and take a look at it. We're starting to put some of the sleeves in for the piping and stuff. So hopefully soon we'll have the basement and ready to start the first floor. So, thank you.
Is that breakfast at Bell Street?
Yes, 202 Bell.
What time?
8.
Let's say 8 o'clock.
8.
Does the PD have a breakfast?
No, we're having lunch. So, and it's December the 17th up here, so on the second floor, so, I mean, third floor, yeah, you won't find us on the second floor, but I wanted to make sure all y'all remember that we're having it then, you're invited to come up and have lunch with us. And also that day, from 11 to 2, we're having the blood drive over Farmers Market, so if you want to give blood, then come eat, you know, great. Or if you know somebody wants to give blood, just send them over there. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Mr. Main, do you have anything?
I just want to say thanks to the Employee Engagement Committee as well as the Parks and Rec Department and anyone who helped with the employee Christmas party this year. I think it went very well. So thanks to all those people who helped out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd like to add thanks to everybody, Parks and Rec, for a great Christmas parade.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yes.
work, it was wonderful.
Yes.
And also to, I believe it would be Building and Grounds, is it? Who puts the lights up downtown?
Maybe Urban Forestry.
Urban Forest, okay, Public Works, Urban Forestry. Fantastic
Yeah,
job.
beautiful.
You outdid yourself again this year, so thank you.
Mr. Purtle, do you have anything?
No.
All right, if there's nothing else to come before the board, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you all.